Hello, Merry Christmas. I'm Britton, and thank you for joining us on BCM as we salute 30 years of TCM. Yes, it's true. TCM plays a lot of movies from the golden age of Hollywood, but they do play movies. Occasionally, they play movies from the 1980s. And our next Christmas movie is from the 80s and showcases 80s filmmaking. From 1984, celebrating its 40th anniversary, I'm talking about Gremlins. Yes, people like to see this movie in two ways. The first, a lovable celebration of all things creature and monster movies. Others like to see it as a satire and a commentary on how consumerism is destroying Christmas. I say you can watch it in both of those ways. Gremlins, directed by Joe Dante, tells a story about a kid who gets this magical creature called a mogwai for a Christmas present. However, there's 3 important rules. Never ever expose it to light, never get it wet, and whatever you do, do not feed it after midnight. That's not a Gremlin. But back to the movie. With this being a monster movie, the rules are thrown out the window and little green monsters are causing havoc on Christmas Eve. The movie is directed by Joe Dante, who got his start in the filmmaking world just as James Cameron and Ron Howard did, and that was working for legendary producer and King of the Bees, Roger Corman. Joe Dante first directed his first film as director for Roger Corman with the film Piranha, which was a ripoff of Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Steven Spielberg has said that Piranha is his favorite and best of the Jaws ripoffs. I mention this story because Steven Spielberg was the producer on Gremlins. To create the effects of Gremlins, a lot of special effect techniques were used, including puppetry, animatronics, CGI, early CGI, and stop-motion animation. The set to create the movie set was also the same set used in another Steven Spielberg production, Back to the Future. So, from 1984, starring Zach Galifianakis, Phoebe Cates, Corey Feldman, Dick Miller, with iconic voice actor Frank Welker as the voice of Stripe, and future Deal or No Deal host Harry Medell as the voice of Gizmo, here is Gremlins. I love how the Gremlins just love watching Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Joe Dante was just very inspired by animation and Walt Disney and Looney Tunes, and this movie is a Looney Tunes film. When Gremlins was released, it was released on the same day as Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman Ghostbusters. Both films a great example of 80s cinema. However, with Gremlins, parents did not like the violence in a PG-rated film. Another Steven Spielberg film from the 80s was Temple of Doom. Thanks to Gremlins and Temple of Doom, a new rating was created, a PG-13 rating. Later in the year 1984, the first movie with the PG-13 rating came out, and that starred Patrick Swayze and Charlie Sheen in Red Dawn. Okay, we got way more Christmas movies coming up on our 30th anniversary tribute to TCM.